was here? Oh, this is the Baskar village. Did we ever go to the far north of this continent? Oh yeah, there was that big open area that we didn't know what it was for. Wow. That pose they do when they do the water gun is just crazy. How much is high heal? 12? It's kind of expensive, but Cecilia has a lot of MP. I should try the drain MP attack too to see how much MP it gives back. Whatever, he's dead anyways. Or not. Okay. I don't know if we went to this up here. Oh, there's still this thing. Unless this is... This is the magic village. Magic thing. What in the... Okay, do we ever go here? Yeah. Hey, good to see you, Clutch. Appreciate you being here, man. I wish invisible worked on the boat, but I don't think it does. Okay. Already did that. Yeah, I can't use it on the boat. Was this the demon lab? Yeah. Couldn't get on my boat. I feel like this game, as with many good RPGs, has such a good feeling of growth. Like, I think about our characters at the start of the game versus now. It's crazy. They do still pretty much fit the same bill as to what they do, but... I think I've explored everything that I want to explore for now. Yeah, this is a much more, I mean, Legend of Dragoon is extremely linear, for better and for worse. I kind of prefer games like Legend of Dragoon that are more linear, as weird as that sounds. I tend to enjoy RPGs that are more streamlined than ones that are super open. Having said that, I've really enjoyed the world of this game and just exploring and finding stuff. I think that's one of its biggest strengths. But I do love games like Legend of Dragoon that are really just focused on getting you to the next place and telling more of the story and doesn't bog you down with going around the world map looking for where your next objective is. But there's a benefit to both. Games like this really feel like a world. It doesn't feel like a video game that's trying to like just get you to the next thing. It really feels like a world. If you want to figure out where to go, you got to go talk to people and learn about the world and learn about what's where and hear what people are saying, what people are worried about. You know, makes it feel a lot more like an actual world and not this like created experience. That was an insane sound effect. What was that? Like I said, I like both. There's positives and negatives to both. I just think if I had to pick, if you told me you got to pick, you either have more linear style RPGs like Legend of Dragoon and even like Final Fantasy VII, which has an open world, but for the most part, you're just going to the next town. Or if you wanted games like this where it really opens up and you kind of have to explore and figure out where your next objective is, I would probably pick the first. I just tend to like that more, tends to be a better experience for me overall. But I mean, best RPG of all time and one of my favorites, if not like my favorite under Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is very open. Chrono Trigger is very figure out where to go at times. Usually it's relatively obvious where to go, but still. How would you like to be my bodyguard? What do you want for Guardian's sake? I think I need to go to... Wasn't there a town down here, or am I making that up? No, I've not played Xenosaga. I believe it's on the list, though, but I'm hesitant with Xenosaga. Don't know if I'll like it. I mean, I'm sure I'll not hate it, but might not be my cup of tea. We'll see. I enjoy playing games that are not my thing anyways, because it's cool to see what other people like and what games that I wouldn't normally play do. Like, especially for the Let's Play series, it's good to play everything. So I'm sure we'll play it at some point. But cutscene the video game doesn't tend to be my style. Tend to be more of a gameplay guy. I mean, granted, stories are like probably the most important thing about video games for me, but what in the world? How do you get in there? I think the story of a video game, or at least the story of an RPG, is the most important thing to me. But also, I want that story to be told in a way that's exciting and not cutscene the game. So when a game has a great story and it tells it through the gameplay, that's like the ultimate. Which is what a lot of Final Fantasies do, what Chrono Trigger does, what games like Xenogears do. They have a immense story and a lot of dialogue and a lot of cutscenes, but they also tell the story through the gameplay and never get boring and always keep you on your toes and always have things going on. Always have an objective, always have a point of contention, always have mysteries and things to keep you invested. Back in the day, I was all about the cutscenes and FMVs. To an extent, I would avoid battle as much as I could. Yeah, I mean, especially back then when a cutscene that like a Final Fantasy VIII cutscene was like the most mind-blowing thing we'd ever seen in our life at the time. So like the novelty was crazy. Yeah, like nowadays not only with old RPGs but even new games, cutscenes are more like a means to an end. It's not often I see a cutscene in a video game anymore that like quote unquote impresses me. It could be like an awesome cutscene, but it's not like I'm looking at it going, this is the peak of graphics. I've never seen anything that looks this realistic. I've never seen anything that's like this. This is a new level of like realism. Everything's so the normal curve. We're at the top of the normal curve where it's like things are only slightly better than they were a year ago, and so it never feels like a big jump. If my grandpa is the Blue Thunder, then my dead grandma is the Red Devil. Bro, this game... I'm officially nominating this game for the most insane NPC dialogue. It is actually insane. The North Sea contains an island with a mysterious ruin. Are they talking about the Demon Land? North of the Ill Pyramid. I kind of wonder if maybe I'm supposed to go to the Ill Pyramid, actually. "15 had tasty cutscenes. Have you played 16? 16 makes 15 cutscenes look like a joke. Like, I think about the cutscene with, like, the Earth Titan dude in 15, and then the Earth Titan in 16, and the difference. "16 was basically what 15 wanted to do if it wasn't in development hell for 10 years, in terms of the cutscenes. Yeah, you need to stop what you're doing and play 16 if you think 15 had good cutscenes. Having said that, don't expect a RPG when you play it. I already read that bottle. I was talking about the tournament. I believe. So it's North Sea, so, but like, what's... How does 16 compare to Devil May Cry 5 in terms of cutscenes? My brain hurts reading that. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, so this is what should be the North Sea. Maybe it's this island here. What village is this? This is Surf Village. We want to be left alone. We hate you. Yeah, they're still just blasting us for existing. Remember back when we fought those things? My, how far we've come. I'm trying to remember where the pyramid was. These are the ruins. Trying to get a lay of the land here, remember where everything is. Wasn't there... Wasn't the pyramid by that tower? Karen Abbey. Man, I wish this lasted longer. And I wish it actually, like, turned off encounters completely. I still got an encounter. Stop it. Painted one. Printed ones need to be painted. All right, let me ask you this question. If somebody came up to you with a 3D printed figurine and said, I will give you $500 if you paint this, would you do it? There's your answer. Instead of being paid $500, you're saving $500, but it's the same thing. Just paying yourself. Interesting when you look at things at a different perspective. I wonder if I need to go to that continent. I'm kind of lost. Because this is just the snowfield. And this is just the ice continent we're already on. I'm guessing there's nothing here. I am Rigdabright, the guardian of the stars who fell onto Fogaya with a metal star. Use my power to save the world if you believe in what starlight is cast upon. Oh, I got that at least. Looks like good for Rudy, maybe? It's actually better sorcery than anything. But the Heavens Rune is better. You know, I might actually give this to her It gives her less sorcery, but it gives her defense, which she kind of needs. Let me give that to her. Yeah, so like, my boy's gone, and there's really nothing else on this continent. So... But wouldn't this be the North Sea? There's like nothing in the North Sea. The North Sea is just a tiny speck at the top of the map. Oh, my golem. My boy. There's still nothing to do with this sacred shrine? Oh, never mind. This is not what I thought it was. How much did you pay for the original Final Fantasy VII figurines that released after the game? At least $350. Pour water on it. What if that's what I gotta do? I gotta pour water on something. It's a cave to the south which leads to an ancient ruin on the other side of the outer ocean. A party that passed through here said that no matter how much the world is in danger, the people of Fogaya should never lose hope. A cave? Where's the cave? Following the outer ocean to the south, there is a cave. The mysterious cave is said to lead to the lost sacred land of the Guardian. Oh my god, we found it. It's been found. But where is this cave? So those guys were saying like the northern side of the map, but I gotta go to the southern side of the map and go to a cave to get to the northern side. If you leave from the beach south of Court Syme, his lab is on a bay to the west. Dude, I'm leveling up the orbs. Bee, bee, boo. Bee, 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 boo. So south to a cave and southwest to the arms dealer. That's east. Nice. Must be in here. That was more west than southwest, though. What are those? Burn them. Cook them. When in doubt, cook them. Forgotten ruins. Is this the cave? Well, this is the ruins the other guys were talking about. This is just a house. What the heck? That's an ocarina. What the heck? The forbidden life that stepped into the realm of the gods. Is this a result of the legendary battle with the demons? Distorting? I think I meant to say distorting. People's minds, making fools of their lives, the realm of the gods we should have not tread. This little life is from the time of legends. This little life uses the forbidden powers as if it were a toy. What did the people of 1,000 years ago expect from this little life? What is he yapping about? Deep inside a heavily sealed ruin, I found a small life trying to hibernate. I don't know how important this will be to my studies of ancient remains, but I will take this little life to the outside world and dedicate this short life of mine to it. Did this guy find an alien? This man-made child grew up among us. Surprisingly, this child knows what pain is, although he was built as a weapon. Oh my god, he found a brobot. If it can learn pain, then it can learn compassion. I find myself communicating with this man-made child as if I am his parent. Yes, this child is more human-like than anybody else I know. From this day forward, this will be my grandchild. His name will be... Wow. Really gonna hit me with that? Ocarina acquired. There is a memo located under the ocarina. The Giant's Ocarina will call the registered golem to the controller's location. The existence of Holmcross, the successor to the golem, which was built during the battles of 1,000 years ago, has been confirmed. Someday an active golem will be excavated. Then it will be a great chance to try the ocarina. A great chance to try the ocarina. I can't wait. But so does this mean I can You can't summon the Earth Golem here. Wow. You're just gonna play me like that? How's it going, Dutch? Izamna. How dare you? I kind of forgot that Heelblade gets rid of statuses. I probably could have used that in that dungeon with the scientists. But I think I can use Cecilia's in the menu, which is really sick. It only costs 4? That's crazy. Can I call him here? I still have this bone. Oh, it just came out of the ground. Yeah. Now I can talk to this guy for no reason. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on just a second. He's got some things. They're worse than the stuff I have. Rip. Oh, this is better. Brass band. Ooh. New head accessories. Lone wolf. That's crazy. He sells potion berries too. Okay, but where's the arms dealer? Said he was to the west. What is that? That is... Get that off my screen. Get that off my screen immediately. It may have been. Southwest. That would be this way. Oh, this is the cave that we're talking about, I think. Oh my god. This is the only enemy in the game that should make that sound effect. Real. Oh my god, he uses mycelium. It's crazy. Oh wait, if I call Mr. Earth Golem. By the way, calling Mr. Earth Golem is like really nice because he stops encounters. What's over here? Holy cow, this goes far. What? You serious? Are we serious? Okay, game. Let's see how it is. Have I played Shin Megami Tensei? No. But I would like to. I'm not a huge SMT Persona fan. Help! I'm in the secret black magic lab of the demons. Many were sacrificed in an experiment with a large dark crystal. I already went there, brother. But having said that, I did play part of Persona 3 and Persona 4 and really liked it. I would like to go back and do full playthroughs of those at some point. SMT would be a bit more of a... I'd have to commit to it, you know. But I'm sure one day I'll play them. I would definitely play Persona before SMT, though. I really enjoyed the Scooby-Doo mystery of Persona 3 and 4. 5, I was a bit less keen on. Like, I liked 5, but it didn't really grab me like 3 and 4 did. And because it's like a 200-hour game and it didn't immediately grab me, I was like, I'll save this for later, you know? I didn't want to invest 200 hours into it right when I played it for the first time because it didn't like really grab me. But I know Persona 5 gets really good. I know it's a good game, so. If you stay on this path, you'll come across a place called the Sacred Region. No one has done any excavation of this ruin. There is a lake that keeps any dream chasers from going there. If only there was a shallow spot to cross. Don't waste your time. So wait, are you saying like I shouldn't even go? Oh my god, the mushrooms. I'm gonna laugh when him saying if only there was a shallow section to cross is actually a mistranslation, and he was saying like if only you could cross the shallow part and then we have to use the ocarina. Whoa, this area looks wild. That's something. Wow, I can't hit this thing. We've yet to have a fight that was like hard to hit. What if I shoot it with my rocket launcher? For that. 4,000 XP. Okay, let's just sit that down. Try a different spell since he wasn't weak against the last one. Ooh, he gave me a revive fruit. I need those. Looks like there's a secret down below. Die fighter. What? Zero. Is the gimmick like the flying guys you can't hit with physical and these guys you can't hit with magic? Because that'd actually be really cool. I want more like gimmicky, difficult enemies now that we have all these tools. Nope. They're just immune to ice for some reason. This looks like a secret. It is not. Ambush. Congratulations, you played yourself. Would you stop it? Just got rid of that. This guy healed himself twice with full HP. No. At least they give me antidotes at the end of every fight. I really hope this doesn't end up being a dead end, because it's really, really big area. Oh wow, Rudy actually hit him. Felt like there was a weird background noise during that fight. Red jacket. Ooh. More tank for my tank. If I hit you with Saint. Yeah, Saint seems really strong, even if they're not weak against Holy. This area's huge. I was gonna say, can I have a save point, please? It's quitting time. I gotta go to the bathroom. This area is massive and I haven't saved forever. Just what the doctor ordered. I kind of want to go back and look in that previous area more too, because there seems to be a lot in there. Alright, so we will end it here. What a day for Wild Arms. And also, like, this game is so much bigger than I thought. I mean, genuinely, like I said, I looked up, like, general how long is the game. I didn't want, like, a specific number, but I just kind of looked up, like, generally how long is this game, and it definitely seemed like a shorter game. Like, this was their test run, and then Wild Arms 2 and 3, they, like, really grew upon the idea. But absolutely not. This is a massive game. Like, Wild Arms 1 is a huge RPG for the PS1 in its own right. Even if technically you could like run through the game semi-quickly, it's huge. If you're playing this casually for the first time and you're playing it like an RPG and just exploring, I mean, it's a full-fledged game. I don't know how many hours this playthrough is actually going to take, and I've definitely been like slow and methodical, and every time the game opens up I just kind of explore for a bit. So I've definitely made the game a little longer than maybe a normal casual playthrough would be, but still, I mean, it's a huge game. I'm like totally surprised at how big this game is. I thought the Wild Arms 1 would be a smaller game, and then 2 and 3 would be more like Final Fantasy size, but this game's huge. And the fact that we got this far into the game and we just now unlocked like tier 2 magic, a ton of abilities for Jack, more like variety in guns with Rudy. You know, it feels like the game has really opened up now, and I thought the game was about to end. I thought when we got to Mother we were like almost at the end, and now it's like, nope, we're just in chapter 2, you know? So that's really impressive. Kind of gives me a Legend of the Gaia vibe, where you get to what you think is the final boss and it's only the beginning of the game, which I just didn't expect out of this game, because like I said, I had heard that it was kind of a shorter game, at least in terms of the other Wild Arms. So yeah, I'm extremely impressed. The tier 2 magic is super fun to play around with, and even like Jack's new abilities too, and these new areas are really cool. I love that there was so many little areas to go to when the map opened up. We got those like special rune areas, we got secret shops, we got the ocarina, we got the battle arena, which is super cool. I can't wait to go back and do that. So yeah, this is probably the, I don't know how to word it, most fun session of Wild Arms, or like the most impressive session of Wild Arms so far. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed. And just thinking about the games that hadn't been out yet when this game came out. Yeah, I think this game even has the scope of like a multiple disc RPG. The reason it's not is because the cutscenes, it doesn't have the Squaresoft budget of making full blown video cutscenes in '97, and the whole game is more of an SNES style to begin with. So yeah, makes sense that it's one disc, but doesn't mean it's small. Doesn't mean it's small. The biggest things come in small packages, I guess. But yeah, that'll be it for Wild Arms. Thank you so much, YouTube, for watching. Like I mentioned at the beginning of today, if you are interested in being a part of our Final Fantasy VII mod that we're creating, whether that be testing it, whether that be just being here while we're coding it, helping with the coding, helping with ideas, helping with balancing, or just being a part by hanging out and supporting it, be sure to jump over to the Twitch sometime. We're going to be coding it every day pretty much until it's done, and it's going to be a while till it's finished. So even if you're watching this at a later date, chances are we're probably still working on it. So jump over to the Twitch if you can, or even just join our Discord where we have the program or the installer there, so you can try it out. And or you can reach out, you know, if you're not someone that is into Twitch, but you want to reach out to me personally and just get involved, be sure to do that, because I would love to get people involved in it. It's a really cool community effort. So with that, thanks so much again for being a part of the Let's Play Wild Arms series, and we'll see you in the next episodes. Peace.